These motherfucking tanks will not die. Just wait till I get to Mauga. Just wait. Just wait till you can't script this. It's so funny. Godzilla raid boss tank. Very fun to play against. And if you think the buffs to the tank are all there is, just you wait. There's still more. There is still more. It gets worse. All right. Are you guys ready for the single most atrocious patch I've seen in a while? It's just funny. It's just funny. It is doomsday for DPS players, in my opinion. This patch will be the patch that makes people realize they have no idea how to fix the 5v5 format and the fundamental flaw of an asymmetrical format. Just buffing tanks and making them tankier when they're already raid bosses and feel impossible to kill for most DPS heroes, forcing you to counter swap into the right matchup constantly because the stats are so high. What does Blizzard do? Naturally buff every stat. Brilliant approach here, guys. Brilliant approach here, guys. It's it is truly hilarious that they think the issue with tanks is that they aren't tanky enough. It just goes to show you they never knew what they were getting into when they went into 5v5. It's the same problems Overwatch 1 had, that worse, because the stats are all crept even more and there's less gameplay options, less organic ways to make plays, and that's only going to get worse. I think DPS were the biggest losers in what I'm about to read to you guys. It's not going to be that much fun. So let's see if this update already started. I cannot wait to watch the 5v5 defenders attempt to explain this one. I cannot wait to see the people who try to act like the game is fine and the direction they've been taking the gameplay has been fine attempt to defend this one. I cannot wait. This is the single worst patch I have ever seen the devs try to do in my life. This game is no longer an FPS. It's not. It is a MOBA. We buffed the tank passive. Oh, we didn't just buff the tank passive. No. Listen to this shit. This is real. This is real. They actually think this is the answer. I'm not even capping. No cap. Zero cap. It is Godzilla versus King Kong every game. These motherfucking tanks will not die. I cannot wait for any 5v5er to sit here and say tank synergies were oppressive when they have made tanks literal raid bosses in this game. I cannot wait for that one to be explained to me. How the heroes that you had to execute on that had lower health pools combined than the shit that we see today that actually took skill, timing, everything to execute on to be oppressive is somehow more oppressive whilst being more fun than the shit they just did with this patch. Let me in. I can't hold back anymore. I can't. I cannot wait to see people try to defend this shit. Here we fucking go, guys. Okay, let's get right into it. Unbelievable power creep. Okay, armor flat reduction increased from 5 to 10 per projectile. Enemy health bars now display when they are lower in health. The armor changes have had a positive impact on which heroes and damage types are slowed down by armor health, which is absurd to say, by the way. It's an awful change. We're increasing the damage reduction on it further to... No, that's not right, is it? Hold on a minute. Oh my... Wait, they buffed armor again? Oh my god. So they buff armor again. Here we go. Tank. Ultimate generation reduction increased from 30 to 40. Really fun. Tanks need more passive value. Knockback resistance reduced from 50 to 40%. But no, that's just one of the global buffs that they got, because 40% knockback is more than enough. It's just like they just reduced the reward for shooting tanks already. Here we go. Diva DM increased from 3 to 3.5. Micro missiles. Explosion damage increased from 4 to 5.5. Diva, the hero that already feels like a raid boss to play against, is now even better. It's insane that the only thing they can think to do is gigabuff all these heroes. And I want every single one of you to go back and watch what Hawk said in the 6v6 debate and say the only way they can make these heroes viable is to gigabuff everything. What is the flavor of the month? There is no organic path in 5v5 role lock for a lot of tanks to get picked at one period of time. They will not be able to solve it. And the only thing that they're able to do is gigabuff everything. It's the only option they have. And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The diva, who was already insanely oppressive and ranked, already is now even better. Amazing. Doomfist, the best defense. Overhealth gain per target increase from 35 to 40. Delay before the overhealth begins to drain increase from 1 to 3 seconds. You know what? I don't think the tanks are tanky enough. The tank heroes that were already almost impossible to kill. And don't worry, guys. It gets even better. It gets even better. Here we go. Queen. Just wait till I get to Mauga. Just fucking wait. Just fucking wait till you can't script this. It's so funny, okay? Queen, overhealth increase from 150 to 175 on Shout, and Carnage Adrenaline Rush passive. Wound back up to 2.5x. Damage done, self-heal. Godzilla Raid Boss Tank. Very fun to play against. Very, very fun to play against. A lot of things squishy heroes can do to these raid bosses that give less ult charge, have headshot reduction, have not been given fun gameplay loop options. They cannot solve this format. The only thing they know how to do is power creep everything. It is a sunk cost. Here we go. You ready? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Mauga. Overrun. You will not believe what they did to Cardiac Overdrive. It's so funny. Knockback damage increase from 25 to 30. Stomp damage increase from 60 to 75. Okay. Duration on Cardiac Overdrive. Down from 5 to 3. Lifesteal increased from 60 to 100%. 100% lifesteal. 100% lifesteal. 100% lifesteal. Damage reduction increased from 30 to 40%. Allies now receive only half the lifesteal damage. 100% lifesteal. Now, here's what I'll say. It actually might hurt him because D.Va can full DM his shit, but, like, it just makes him more volatile because you literally will not be able to shoot. Like, your only option is to run away from Cardiac Overdrive. Your only option is to run away. There is no organic playmaking through the ability. It is all or nothing. The hills became mountains in 5v5, and they cannot figure out what to do with this character. They cannot figure out what to do with this character. I actually think this is, depending on the matchup, this is a nerf. Like, he's going to be way worse into Sigma, who is going to be insanely good this patch, by the way. We'll get to Sigma in a minute. He's going to be insane into Sigma, or he's going to be bad into Sigma. D.Va can full DM his Shout, but a matchup like Hog, he's just going to jump straight back up to 100% HP. This is going to further incentivize counter swapping and counter swap watch because the only thing the devs know how to do is buff. They aren't smart enough to sit down and understand the fundamental problems that their format has caused and fix them in a healthy way. They can only buff things. They don't know what they're doing. And this patch is going to show you this. Counter pick is going to be even better because all the abilities are stronger, right? What makes these tanks favorable in the matchup? It's their abilities. What makes Zarya good into DM? Her bubbles and her charge can pierce through DM, but having more DM does not help D.Va in the Zarya matchup, right? So here we go. Orisa. Fortify duration increased from 3.5 to 4. Orisa buffs. Guys, I cannot imagine being a plat player not knowing that tanks give you less ult charge and having all their abilities be even stronger. This game is no longer a shooter game. It is no longer a shooter game. This is the only thing they know how to do. It's hilarious. Okay. But wait, there's more. There's even more. Ramattra, bonus armor increase from 225 to 300 bonus armor when you pop Nemesis form. Pummel damage increase from 60 to 65. Even better armor on top of the Nemesis form buffs. These tanks will not die. And if you think the buffs to the tank are all there is, just you wait. There's still more. There is still more. It gets worse. Rhine. Maximum health increased from 1400 to 1600 on shield and regeneration rate up to 160 from 140. Charge back up to 300. Hashtag make tanks tankier. Now you might think that's it, but no. There's even more dog shit. Just look. Hog. Pigpen buff. This doesn't really matter. 30 to 45. Reduction on the recovery. Cooldown begins immediately. Here we go. Sigma now has his one-shot back. His one-shot combo. Impact damage increased from 40 to 80 on 100 damage total, which means I believe he can actually get his one-shot combo back. Let's just keep buffing everything. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wait. There's even more. And by the way, the individual hero changes are not even the worst part about this. It's about to get even worse. You guys ready? Look at this. Winston. Tesla cannon got decreased on the charge time. Primal Rage. Max health increased from 500 to 700. Winston is now unkillable in Primal Rage. Great job creating counterplay, Blizzard. You guys are doing great. Good job, Aaron. Good job, man. Good job. Y'all are cooking. Y'all are cooking. Ball. Quad cannons, automatic reload time when transform from 2 to 1.6. Adaptive shields. Overhealth transfer ratio increased by 50%. Use up to 50 overhealth per target. Allies up to 75 HP. Ball. The raid boss tank that was already unkillable this previous patch is now even better than he was before. Don't worry, guys. Just buffing the tanks is going to solve the counter swapping and gameplay loop problem. This time, we'll get it after 3 years. Brilliant. Zarya. Health increase on particle barriers from 200 to 225. Duration increase from 2 to 2.5. Brilliant change. Let's just buff every tank. But just you wait. You think that's all the buffs tank got? Oh, no. That's not enough, guys. That's not enough, is it? That's not enough, is it? You know what I think we should do? I think we should make it so the damage roll passive is now half as effective against tank heroes. So every tank only has, on top of all of these buffs, 10% healing reduction instead of 20. Good job, Blizzard. Good job, guys. Because the tanks weren't tanky enough. They didn't have enough stats after they changed everybody's health pool and made all the abilities stronger and did everything. And all they've done for 3 straight years is buff, 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 buff. Without a single time asking themselves, could it be the format that is causing these problems? Without a single time sitting down and admitting fault in what they fucked up in this game. So what do they go and do? Buff every tank. Nerf the DPS passive, which went so well last time. They have no idea how to solve the problems they created with the 5v5 format, and they refuse to even try 6v6. And you know what, guys? I actually had a tweet sent to me today. Before everybody says, queue times are done, blah, 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 the queue times are the problem. It's all the queue times. They'll never go back, right? It won't happen. I'm going to pull up this tweet, believe it or not, from Morgan, who works at Blizzard. Morgan Madron. Average DPS queue times back in 6v6 were typically about 6 minutes. So I'd guess around 6 minutes. That said, the shift from 6v6 to 5v5 was not driven by a desire to reduce queue times. That was merely a happy side effect. 5v5 was purely for gameplay reasons. Because the gameplay is so much better. And this is no flame to him at all. I'm actually really even enjoying seeing what he has to say about the matchmaking. This is more so a message to any 5v5er trying to use the queue time excuse. You want facts to back up your statement? There's a statement from someone at Blizzard saying it wasn't for queue times. It was for gameplay. I challenge any of you to sit down and tell any of us why this is better for the game. How this level of power creep helps anyone or solves any problem. Team 4 is fucking lost. And all of the creators who are still trying to defend this power creep, defend the decisions they make, defend or tell them they're doing a good job, you are lying through your teeth. You are lying through your teeth. This dev team has no idea how to solve the problems they created, and this patch proves it. Damage passive only does 10% less against healing reduction. Ash, Bob now gains the tank roll passive ability. Cassidy is going to get a small fall off range rescale from 25 to 35 to 20, which is good. Pharah is going to get her conk damage removed, which is good, but they are compensating with the knockback, so that should bring in Pharah a lot more. So Pharah is going to be way more straight in. But do you think those are all the buffs that tank received? No! They had to gut Ana and nerf Ana even more. Sleep Dart, now down from 3.5 to 3. How many heroes must lose their identity? How many characters that are fan favorites that were perfectly fine and fair in Overwatch 1 must continuously lose their identity, get nerfed, without the devs destroying the game and addressing the elephant in the room in that 5v5 role lock does not work. It is a worse gameplay experience for everybody else, and every big change they have tried to make over and over and over and over again results in the same outcome. The definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And Aaron Keller, you have taken zero accountability for this. None. All you and your team have done is spin the face of people who love the first game. You won't acknowledge it. All you do is say it's nostalgia publicly. Your own devs are coming out saying it's not for queue times. So what is the goddamn reason, Aaron? Because this power creep sucks. What you've done with the game sucks. Playing DPS in the raid boss tanks sucks. And in 6v6, in order to become an oppressive tank synergy, which was never the most oppressive part of the game, it was supports, and Iron has debunked that, I've debunked that, Spylo agrees. Anybody who is credible about the game has acknowledged it was supports causing this to happen. And all you all have done is run from your problems 24/7. You don't even acknowledge the arguments about 6v6. And now you're at the point where you're gigabuffing every tank even more, with no end in sight. So all I'll ask you is how much of this shit has to happen before we can even get a 6v6 mode? Because all of this goes away if 6v6 gets started and comes back. You can nerf every tank. Counter swapping gets minimized drastically. Big playmaking comes back. Decision making comes back. And apparently it wasn't the queue times. So we all know what this is. The only reason you all are adamant about staying in 5v5 is because it is the only reason that you can justify to the public that 2 on this failed game is there. Rip the band-aid off.
6v6 was the perfect balance though. The original team had tried 5v5 and 7v7 and 8v8 in testing and it was terrible.
It was terrible. And now you guys look like fools running in circles because you can't figure out how to solve an unsolvable problem. It is a square peg you are trying to fit in a round hole, and it sucks. So stop nerfing Ana, stop buffing tanks, and sit down and accept the fact the format you tried to force to make this game look new is worse. Because if you guys were going to solve it at this point, you would have. I don't care what anybody close to you or wherever you get your feedback where they will fucking kiss your boot left and right just to look good in front of you guys to get opportunities says. This is bullshit. This is terrible. And you know it. Everybody knows it. And it's insane that I have to be the one to say this. It's insane. This is not the answer. Bring back 6v6. This is not it.
I need healing.
Alari, no nerfs, by the way. The only thing they did about Alari was allies no longer see the destroy UI when pylon breaks. Awesome. And then Zenyatta got a trank buff. This is going to go down as one of the worst patches in Overwatch history. Guys, if you all cannot look at them buffing like every tank in the game and tell yourself, okay, they have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea how to fix this. At what point, man, the hills became mountains in 5v5. Power creep has never been stronger in this game. All they can do is sit there and try to buff everything like chickens with their heads cut off. This patch sucks. 0 out of 10. Garbage. Revert it now. Revert the health pool changes from Season 9. And sit down and talk about how to make 6v6 work if you are committed to staying in the role lock
I need
format.
healing.
As a tank main, I applaud Team 4 for buffing my heroes. I will be playing all day and having fun. Hope the rest of you play and have fun too.
I can tell you as a DPS player, I'm not going to be having fun. So as I told you guys, this is one of the worst patches I've ever seen. Power creep is not the answer to a gameplay
I
loop
need
problem.
healing.
The issue with tank in 5v5 is that there's not enough abilities to mitigate damage fairly. They are gigabuffed to feel slightly better.
And it takes away from the experience of everybody else. Why should I do less as a DPS player because you're on a tank? Why should you as a tank do less to me as a DPS player? What made the game so much fun was that everybody could make plays on each other until they put tanks in the support line with BAP and Brig and made healing too strong. That's what made Overwatch a beautiful game. And that's what made it a shooter despite the MOBA elements. Everybody can make a play on each other. But now the tanks are going to heal more, have better abilities, have more damage mitigation. Look at this power creep. This is not the Overwatch that won Game of the Year. This is not the game that everybody fell in love with. It is a watered down, worse power crept checkers version, ruined by the same people who ruined the first game because they never understood what made it fun. So here's what we're going to do. I don't know if I'm even going to play this. We're going to get the 6v6 code for anybody who wants to play 6v6. We're going to upload this. I'm going to have a link to the 6v6 Discord. And we're just going to run pugs all day. Tank is going to feel way better than all the shit they're doing here. Every role is balanced and has the ability to play make. And it is the game with all the fun new heroes that everybody fell in love with. Not this fundamentally flawed format that a ton of people are still trying to defend, which is just a sick joke when you look at this. The proof is in the pudding. This shit is not the answer. So get me the exclamation mark 6v6 code out if we can. Flat Earth, yeah. But hey. We're the flat earthers here. It's us. We're the ones thinking the Earth's flat.
Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
This shit is dog shit. It's embarrassing. This is an embarrassment to game design. The worst patch I've ever seen.
I need healing.
Gas that shit. Get this shit out of the game, bro. Stop it. Bring back 6v6, man. Get this trash out. Now, the Transformers shit is fire. I'm not going to lie. Transformers is fire. Let me just take a minute. This shit's lit. This shit is fucking lit. I'm not going to cap. They cook with this. These skins are fire. This is fire. This is fire. I actually might buy this. These are fire. I got to give them credit. The art team has always been goated. These, yeah, this is lit.
Patch is out. Stop talking and queue up so we can see how long it takes you to kill tanks. Don't knock it till you try it.
Don't knock. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean don't knock it till I try it? They were already unkillable. They just gigabuffed everything. Okay, that's sick. I won't lie.
I need healing.
They didn't even net the actual problem with Pharah. She does 150 damage per direct rocket with Mercy damage beam. It's disgusting.
Nah, Pharah, I think Pharah just needed to get tuned down a little bit. She might be a little too good still, but. Oh, these name cards are sick. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this collab is fire.
Do not forget what you have learned of our past.
I will win by any means. Power flows to the one who knows how.
I need healing.
AO $60 trans
From
skins.
lessons of the
Let them
past,
cook, bro.
the
Just give me
future
the
is
slop.
forged.
Nah, these skins are actually good though.
Own risk.
We've suffered losses, but
Nah, this actually is fire. These are fire, bro.